Hello and welcome back to Cuba Rushford Central School after a nice spring break. Here's a 2-minute lowdown on maybe you went to the beach, maybe you went to the mountains, or maybe you just hung out, but here's what you missed in the world. Hey, US says it unlocked an iPhone without Apple. If you haven't been following this, Apple said, we won't unlock our iPhones. FBI said, oh yes you will, we're going to take you to court. Then they said, hey, wait a minute. We're going to drop that because we got into it. So next time you go to the IT...
Welcome to the Rebel Express Show.
Welcome back to school, everybody. I'm Evan.
I'm Ellie.
And today is day 2. CRCS Outdoors DVDs are now available for $10 a piece. See Mr. Jordan if you'd like to buy one.
The new season will be starting on April 1st on national television. 6:30 p.m. on Friday nights on channel 393 for Dish and 604 for Direct.
I heard those DVDs are great. Everybody should get out there and buy one. Attention Rebel Nation.
Grease.
It is this weekend and there is free admission.
April 1st and 2nd at 7 p.m.
And April 3rd is at 2 o'clock.
Don't miss it.
In case you have not heard.
Here's a recap from the most recent news in the world. Here it is.
If you didn't see it, Batman versus Superman. I liked it. It was dark. It's not the Cape Crusader I grew up with in the 1970s. Let me just tell you that, kids. Yes, Superman could beat up Batman in 5 seconds. But, no spoilers. It doesn't happen like that. But it's solid. But come on. Superman versus, like, a normal guy? Come on. Not even close. Next on my little rundown here. Some of you probably saw last week, hey, I think some people here at Cuba Rushford might have been in Europe. And there was another terrorist attack in Brussels. Might have been cause for concern for a few moments, but everybody's okay. That went from Cuba Rushford. There were some fatalities, but it was yet another Islamic radical terrorist attack in Brussels as the battle in Syria spills over into Western Europe. There's all kinds of speculation that because of the battle is being lost in Syria by the terrorists, that they're now going to spill it on to the Western world. But we'll stay tuned and keep you up to date on that, kids. All right. So,
I'm glad everybody made it back safe from Europe. Varsity baseball practices at 3:15 at the elementary school. Weight room.
And study center.
Every day at 3 o'clock.
Word of the week, tessellate.
Do you know the meaning of this word?
To arrange something in a checkered pattern.
Seniors, there are only 63 school days until graduation.
Last payment dates for the senior trip is on April 29th. West Virginia, here we come.
Sounds fun.
Tweet of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Gildemeister, for your tweet. Loving the Mad Olympics and St. Patrick's Day. I like your tie, Mr. Gildemeister.
Use the hashtag MyCRCS to get your tweet featured on the show.
Attention Youth Court, your next court case is April 6th. Sign-up sheets will be available later today along with your folders.
See you next time on the Rebel Express Show.
Stay classy, CRCS. Also known as Cuba Rushford.
Yesterday, anybody see this? Police at the U.S. Capitol shot a man with gun at screening point. So I saw across the headline on my phone said, man with gun at Capitol. So I'm thinking, oh, where's that? Some of you seniors or juniors or sophomores that went with us last year on the D.C. trip, or middle schoolers, or I guess so many people that have been to D.C. now, the Capitol Center's the place underneath the Capitol. You couldn't even take gum in, no bottled water. Well, there's a guy trying to get through the metal detectors with a gun there yesterday, and they shot him. Evidently, he was suffering from some mental illness. Report said that over the last 12 months, he's had a few episodes. Enough on that. Moving on. I don't know if anybody saw this, but some orange team made the Final Four. Maybe Mrs. Bold or Mr. Fee could, know something about it. I don't know. Yes, Syracuse, the number 10 seed. For the first time in tournament history, I believe a number 10 seed made the Final Four. Now, do they really have a chance? But didn't we say that for against the last 3? I mean, should they even be there? Shouldn't the Bonnies be there? Oh, wait. Syracuse is in the Final Four. This should be a great weekend, kids. All right, so maybe you haven't paid any attention to the presidential election yet. It's coming up in November. Well, we're down to a few people. On the Democratic side, you have Hillary versus Bernie. You can see total delegates. Clinton this morning She has 1256. Sanders has 1040. These are total pledges. Now, what does that mean? So I'm going to give you the 30-second breakdown on what this means. Okay, so on the Republican side, Trump, he needs 1,237 needed for the nomination. Okay, he's won 755. Cruz 465, and the guy from Ohio, which we don't hear much about, he's still in the race with 144. It looks like Trump's going to win the GOP. Now, on the Democratic side, Clinton, she needs 2,026 to win.